Yeah, we're back with some more STO. This is tips and tricks. It's going to be on the. It's going to be part of the series because it's what it is. What are you looking at, Romulan? Look at you, cowering in the shadows. Long story short, this is the brain cold comfort, and it's a series that you have to complete. You have to interrogate one of their thought. Twirl has more. Blah 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 blah. We're going to get back to it, but the reason, hold on, let me get back. Let me put this on the charger. We're back. Yeah, I had to put my phone on the charger. I got to put on my glasses. But this is Tran. This is Tran, part of the mission. Let me get a little closer on the mic. Let me get everything set up. And he basically is giving you information about the Breen. This is who we ran into in the Defar system. And tip and trick, and this is why I bring it up, is he relates to people, civilians. He has like a heart for them, even though these guys are machines. Supposedly, I haven't got too far in. We're going to find out what they are, but I think they're mostly machines, but there's still some living tissue within them. I'm telling you, Star Trek, it's a deep, deep lore, and I love it. So let's get into this. I'm a combat medic of the Fifth Order. I serve Breen Confederacy. I was ordered to the system by troopers, superiors, and see, we failed. Yeah, we're going to depart the system. Not right now, though. How do I reload the mission again? I have to wait for it to re. See, once you fail the mission, you can't interrogate him any further, and you have to restart the mission. That's what we're doing? Darn Tran. Cold Confront. Uh, Return to ship. No, that's a different mission. Yikes. How do I do this again? Cold Confront. Hail command. Make it primary. It won't make it primary because we failed. And seeing you go down the task list, everything that we did. Interrogate Tran. And then we hail the ambassador afterwards. So yeah, this is a long video for a tip and trick that I've done recently, but well worth it. Do I have to wait for it to reboot? What's up? Reboot, reboot, reboot. So yeah, here's the restart. Excuse me. Not out in the cold, but we just restarted it. Out in the cold, that's what we already did. That's how we got this mission. We're here, lost the VAZ 4011, blah blah blah. The far sector, Alpha Quadrant. I'll acquire it. Replay. So you gotta do these before you get here. Cold Comfort. So we'll do that. Replayable mission. Seeing we're on Cold Comfort. You must have completed these episodes as primary for to be an active replay. So, let's return to our ship. Go to Cold Comfort. Make primary. Make sure I'm picking the right one. Everything gets lost in the shuffle. Return to ship. We'll get out here in space real quick and start this mission over again. I'll be right back. I'm a bit parched. Thank God my water is only over here on the kitchen table. Much better. Loading Raven system. Cold Comfort. Captain, when being hailed, thank you for responding to the distress call. We need to talk to Dr.Cossa. We'll beam on over. And like I said, this is a long video because it's a long mission because you have to get the wordage just right with Tran. But yeah, like I said, he has a soft spot for civilians, so he didn't really want to take the orders that were given to him. And before you get to interrogate him, you got to go over here and talk to Dr. Cossa. They've been using mine weaponry, like bio weapons, for their advancements, for their attacks. So their people are being rendered inop, damaged. Stardate 2026-2021st century. Captain Jody talks to Dr. Cross. Dr. Cross, if you want to help. Yeah, I do want to help. Like I said, I've done this mission. So what you do is you come over here to this person. They're in dire need of help. Talk to him. See, give him a diagnostic. Give him a, what do we call it on a neuro examination. He's allergic to a certain type of medication. Oh, don't mind if I do some R&D. And the medic modules are supposed to be on this table. Like I said, just talk to him. The first two are going to give you your missions to treat him for thus. I've already talked to him. Oh, and FYI, select on the mission after it's given to you. My bad. Now he's allergic to, let's see, that's not what I want to do. effective treatment of the pain, critical upper regions, most of them used. Yeah, I think it's bioflare. So that's going to give the same effect of what she's allergic to. So don't give her what it starts with an M too. Gotta heal the wounded. Oh, and heal the person after they got hit with a phaser. So let's get to that. There we go. Talk to Dr.Cossa. Da, 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 da. Good work. Next patient. And now the next patient's over here. This is the one that the Breen have been using their psychological warfare upon. He's completely irrational, delusional. If you talk to him through like each instance, he thinks he's like in the past. He doesn't know where he's at. That gives you the mission at the bottom. Like I said, I've done this before. That's why I'm going through it real quick. Trying to catch the wordage. Hit pause. Okay, so we got that. We've asked him everything. Mother, just you. Sister, do you know who you are? Oh my god. And there we go. That's the mission. See? So we diagnosed him thoroughly, asking him those questions. At first they give you a one diagnosis of what it could be, but then when you go in depth with further questions, it tells you exactly. We'll use the conduit. Complete the brain scan. Captain appears is what? Go back here and use the med kit. And then it's I think it's this one. Anything that affects the brain, so the neurological impulse. Use claiming hyperactive nerve impulse, that one right there. So we'll pick that. So remember, anything with the nerve endings is what you want to give him as far as the medical kit to treat him properly. That's how you can proceed through this. It worked, Captain. I'm not familiar. Then boom. And then we get to talk to the brain prisoners down the hall. So we proceed through the ship. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-da. And this is where you caught me last time. Sir, there are a few things you should know. Yeah, we know they're sirs. So here's our first one. Torture me if you will. He won't give up any information. There goes Tran. Hello, Tran. We can talk to him. Who are you? What is your name? I am Tran. We'll continue. So that's two prisoners. And this is what they're really all about. What are you looking at, Rami? Look at you, cowering in the shadows. It is the answer to the question. Get to it. The Thrall are more impressive. They're basically saying they're a superior race and they have nothing to fear and they take orders as they will. What do you want, Romulan? What are you doing here? What is your story? What kind of monster are you? So what? Uncertain. I don't know what you mean, soldier. Why would I ask you any more questions if you don't answer? Everyone has a story here to lead. Like I said, you got to ask him in a certain sequence so he can unlock it further. And here's where things are going to get tricky, folks. Because I didn't know it off bat as I was doing it. so I didn't want to mess it up. Like I said, you gotta answer this in a certain chronological order. I do not understand what you mean. I am a soldier. I have no story. What should I ask you any more questions? Why should I ask you any more questions? Uh, and like I said, I haven't done this, so right, failed. Good lord. So like I said, the first part is going to be broken down into two parts. The first part was to show you how to get through the med bay with Dr. Kirsa. Yeah, we're going to part the system now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through all this and show you how to properly answer these questions. Okay, here we are back with Dr. Corsica. Treat these patients real quick. Like I said, part two, how to properly answer the Breen during his interrogation on STO, Captain's Log. So we're heading down to the brig. Make sure I'm not on mute for this. So we're heading down to the brig. Yes, sir. Yeah, we already know what they're about. We got to interrogate three Breens. This guy right here, he's an airhead. He doesn't really know anything. He won't answer anything. One down. This guy right here is going to announce his name. His name is Tran. Hello, Tran. This is another officer. I would assume he's his superior. He doesn't like Romulans too much. The Breen themselves, they don't like Romulans. You know, they're working with Thrall. Everybody's in cahoots, I swear. We're going to gather this R&D real quick. Everything's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Good thing about edits. So you come over here, you talk to Trent. What are you doing here? What is your story? What are you doing here? Never let me pick that for some odd reason. So what is your story? Jesus, that almost messed me up. He doesn't feel comfortable talking about their situation in front of his commander. So that's what we wanted. And what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. And here is a signal enabler. We're going to disable that. All audio signals emitting from the cells, they can't hear now. And head back over here to Tran. Let's talk to Tran. I do not feel comfortable. Your commanding officer can no longer hear us. What do you have to say? While I do not agree with his actions in this matter, I respect his position of authority. I will not throw. My superior thought that these Dafari civilians might have some information for which we have been searching. They were searching for some information amongst the Dafari civilians. Tip and trick, he has a soft spot for civilians. So you followed your orders that you knew were dishonorable. Your failure is well deserved. How can you justify the attack against the civilian targets? Did your object to the commanding officer about this assignment? Did you object to your commanding officer about this assignment? So those are his options. While I might have disagreed with this choice of target, it is not a soldier's place to question his commanding officer. Okay, it's not an order, so your failure is well deserved, right? dangerous beast, and the last choice of success. Did you object to your commanding officer about this assignment? Someone like you can understand, but in the Breen Confederacy, we obey our commanders. I may not always be pleased. If your leader is dishonorable, Mara, didn't you think it was your duty to question their orders? Right. Do you believe that the goal of your attempting to achieve was worth killing civilians? Like I said, soft spot for civilians. That's most our logical choice. I may not always be pleased with what I am ordered to do, but I do understand that my goal and I must achieve that I may not have. Right, civilians. I did not want to attack this ship. There is nobility to being a soldier. When I enter a battle, I know I could. Did you have an option that didn't involve attacking the Defari? What were your orders? You speak of nobility, but where was it when you attacked helpless innocents with your disruptor? Civilians are not part of our unspoken agreement. They do not wake up every day. You know there could be the last out border mine. There's no honor in fighting someone who's unprepared to fight back. I agree with that. In your orders to kill the civilians, I suppose I could have ruled myself out as the air attack. My choices were to die the fellow order, and unfortunately, in my choice. So your mission weren't just to kill the Defari on the ship. Do you wish you had thrown yourself out of the airlock now? That's kind of antagonizing. So right, kind of finagle it out of there, right? So your mission wasn't just to kill a Defari on the ship. Foolishly, I believe that I took part in this mission. I am a combat medic. Normally, my task is to repair the inquiry. Why did you do this? What information did the Defari have that you needed so badly? So in your torture as long as you so they do abide by torture of killing innocent victims, and this requires attacking helpless innocent civilians. Just remember civilians. These devices are bionic driven, and this is what's in the neurological system inside the Defari now. So that's what they implemented. So this particular implant has a surface really intended to capture and transmit these memories so that the subconscious can, through the secrets, lock down the victims' minds as we move to implement more subjects. Failed. Good Lord. Like I said, civilians. Depart the system. We know how to reset it. It's a travesty. Couldn't even get it on the first playthrough. What was that, like our third playthrough? We're going to talk to our boss. On that part 2, Cold Comfort, joedygaming. Let's get it. Welcome back to another STO, Star Trek Online, Cold Comfort. We're here to interrogate Tran. It's like our third attempt. This is part 2. So everything's going to be trimmed, clipped. Welcome to the short narration. Yes, Tran. We need to talk to you. I swear I did this like 3 times. You have to ask him things in a certain chronological sequence. He doesn't like to talk in front of his commanding officer or such, so we disable that. get into it. Yeah, everything's been disabled. We've already been through this. He doesn't feel comfortable. Yeah, everything's shut down. What do you have to say? I do not feel comfortable continuing this conversation. My commanding officer is nearby. Tip and trick, like I was saying, civilian, civilian, civilian. He has a soft spot for civilians. You followed your orders. You knew they were dishonorable. Your failure is well deserved. You didn't object to the commanding officer about his assignment. How can you justify an attack against civilian targets? My superior thoughts say, boom, civilians, you're in there. I didn't want to attack the ship. There is no nobility to being a soldier. So he talks about nobility. Did you have an option that didn't involve attacking the Defari? What were your orders? That's kind of antagonistic. You speak of nobility, but where was it when you shot helpless innocents with your disruptor? That sounds like what we should pick. What were your orders? A bit too antagonistic. Civilians are not part of the unspoken assignment. They do not want no longer fighting someone unprepared. I regret that you had orders to kill. I suppose you could have hurled myself out of the airlocks. Do you wish you had thrown yourself out of the airlocks now? No, I want some more information. So your mission wasn't just to kill the Defari on the ship. Right. It was more. My choices were to die to fellow orders. Right. I'm a combat medic, normally from tasks from the repairs and injuries. Why do you do this? What information did the Defari have? So in your eyes, it is torture. Torture, fine as long as you weren't killing the victim. And this requires you to attack and torture helpless innocent civilians. So that's the particular neurological implant they're using to acquire information. Dang, Tran. Civilians, civilians, civilians. Tip and trick. Concentrate on civilians. This particular implant has a subspace relay intended to capture and transmit these memories. I am not sure with strictly with the probe Defari with memories. Search. Exactly, commanders wanted to learn from these particular. How do we remove the implants? Exactly. And that's what we're trying to find out with our encounter with the Breen. On another captain's log. The memory to the critical implant is very dilute procedure. Blah 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 blah. And interrogate Tran is complete. Man, that was like our fourth try. But yeah, catch a shorter rendition. I got it. What is that? More R&D. Cold Comfort. Stardate 202 2006 to 21st century. Captain Jody and crew. Just encountering the Breen. Good lord. Sorry for the long playthrough, folks. Talk to Dr.Cossa. We're going to call him Cossa. This is just information we needed. I will round up the surgical team and we will begin process of removing the implants immediately. That's what we wanted to do. Most Defari presence and guardians and sing the children and tell them the stories of our past and traditions. A common theme in our songs and provisions. That sounds cool. That sounds honky-dory. I'm just skimming through these words a bit small, so forgive me. I even have my glasses on. Man, we're just getting better. Captain, the Breen must believe that the preservers, right, Can't wait to confront these preservers. Next time on STO. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Always with the talking of the Tran. I think that's what we're going to call this. Always of the talking of the Tran. Thanks for returning. I know that I wanted to help you. You was right thing to do. But because I did not, I can no longer return to the Breen Confederacy. Therefore, I would like to request asylum. This fool wants asylum. Much has happened between us. Yeah, we're the Federation. We kind of stand off. Live long and prosper. In the words of the great Leonard Lemoy. And we're out. Thank you for staying tuned. Tips and tricks on how to get past cold comfort. Interrogating Tran, one of the Breen soldiers. Next time on STO. And as always, stay blessed, stay prosperous. And we're out.